Welcome to Base is Beautiful. My name is MD, and I just really wanted to get on here and make a video, even though I don't have a whole lot to show, and I don't know that I have a whole lot to say. I just really wanted to say thank you to the YouTube sports card community. Those of you who have been watching my videos lately, those of you who've recently subscribed to my channel, those of you who've left comments, and those that I've gotten connected with even offline and been able to exchange phone numbers and text back and forth, and just getting to know people and feel like part of something more than just I'm just a guy who lives in Tupelo, Mississippi. I don't really know anybody around me that collects sports cards. So to have a way to connect with other people who have a similar interest and approach is just really fun, and it makes it special, it makes it interesting, and it makes it like you're hanging out with your friends whenever you post something online. And so I think that's been the mental reset that I really needed to enjoy YouTube more than just kind of frustrated about whether I feel like I'm gaining viewership or I'm getting more people watching the videos that I'm spending time on. So kind of stripping down my approach, but it's also opened up a way for me to be able to put some time and effort into some other videos. And that's why I've got this Vic Rashi card here in the middle, because my new series called The Year is 1954 is going to be coming out soon. I've got the first one. It's almost finished, and hopefully by the end of this week, maybe this weekend, I'll have that up. And so that'll be, a more produced video. A lot of time and effort went into writing the script and doing the research for it and all that. But, it's a way that I feel like I can connect with that particular set of cards and the year in which my mom was born, and sort of that connection to part of my own family history, even though I don't have a family history connected with baseball so much. But baseball being an American pastime and being so crucial a part of Americans' life, and the life of leisure, the leisure activities of Americans in the 20th century and things like that, I think it tells a piece of the story, which is why Ken Burns made that documentary series about it. And it makes me think about one of the reasons that I have not been nearly as active in watching a lot of people's videos on YouTube lately, although I appreciate those who are taking some time to watch my videos. I haven't been watching as much because I've been engaged very heavily in my own family genealogy project. And, the I don't think anyone really cares about that apart from me and my family and those kind of who are really in that niche. But it's interesting to be able to. I'm trying to set myself in the time periods in which I look at things, and so having gone through the Vic Rashi project, and then looking at my granddad and him growing up in Beaumont, Texas, in the middle of the 20th century, the early part of the 20th century, I should say. This is an oil field after they discovered oil at a Spindletop, and which kind of that kicked off the energy boom, the oil boom, and even Texas as a central place for oil and gas. Shout out to my boy Brent over in Houston. Well, Beaumont kind of put all that stuff on the map, and then the larger cities kind of became these places where the exchanges and all of these sorts of assets were being traded, and millionaires were made, and all this kind of stuff. But a lot of my family ties deal with petrochemical industry and things like that, kind of on the labor workforce side. But anyway, that's just like I don't know. It makes me think about the way that I'm approaching this 1954 collection, and the way that I'm writing the scripts for that. And I've spent a lot of time a lot of my extra free time just kind of digging in on family genealogy and things like that. So not anything that's going to really pop up on this channel, but it's just it's the reality of where I am right now. I'm spending, you only have so much free time in a day or an evening after work. And so, with kids, family, wife, church, and different things that I'm doing, sectioning off some of that, a lot of that's been going, rather than going to cards, it's been going toward figuring out some of my own family history. And, but, with all of that, I just appreciate that there's people out there who just enjoy hanging out and seeing cards that don't have any great monetary value. I mean, the array that I have here is worth like maybe $3, But this Angels team card from, I think it's 1964 set, which I just recently picked up at an antique store when I was hanging out with my buddy Justin, and we had lunch, and then he noticed that there was an antique store next door to the restaurant where we were eating, and we went over there, and they had actually some decently priced cards and stuff like this, which is like, I don't know that you can get a more 90s card than this. I mean, Greg Maddux, Braves uniform, blue border, little blue shiny emblem, upper deck, pink, orange, blue, green. Oh my goodness. I mean, this looks like, the cover to a folder I would have going back to school. But, I don't know, like, I'm not looking for that card, but I just find it. And when it's 50 cents in a box of stuff at an antique store, I mean, the price is right on things like that. And, it was nice finding somebody selling some stuff that didn't act like everything just because, Rod Carew's a Hall of Famer, that suddenly this is a $3 or $4 card. This is a 50-cent card. It's the Drake's Big Hitter series. And, just picking up a few things for the Angels binder, Jay Johnstone, 213. I'm not sure if that'll fit in there. We got Tim Salmon here, a little shiny on the Tim Salmon. I had no idea that the 2001 set had old retired players in it. I guess maybe this is a short print of Rod Carew from that set. I don't know. I mean, I like the look of that set. Of course, the Pujols rookie Ichiro are in there. How about the Kmart? Like, I didn't know. Did Kmart do a special, like, glossy version, or were these always glossy? I guess I just hadn't interacted enough hands-on with the Kmart cards to know. This looks like it's from one of those fruit box things, but it's actually a Fleer card. Kind of cool picture of Mr. Carew, Bert Campaneris, this is a 25-cent card. And then this one that has both Rod and Reggie on it, AL active career hit leaders. So anyway, kind of cool thing there, hanging out with my boy Justin. And it's just, I guess part of the point of this video is just gratitude. Just thank you for taking the time to hang out with me, to look at the little cards I decide to show on here, to listen to my thoughts, to share your thoughts back. I'm just grateful that to see the interaction and to watch my channel grow. I mean, I've gained I guess 30 or so new subscribers since I've been back active on YouTube. And I was kind of capped out there around 170, 180 for seemed like forever. And it seemed like every time I would gain one new subscriber, I would lose one and it would even back out again. But, now I'm above 200, and I'm just, thank you for taking the time to hang out with me, to let me talk about cards, to care about what I have to say about cards. I mean, because, this is not a high dollar collection here, but it's just fun. This is the way that we hang out, and I'm just appreciative of the fact. So anyway, I've already spent 10 minutes rambling about this, but thank you for taking the time to watch. I look forward to this video coming out, hopefully this weekend or sometime in the next week. And I hope that people enjoy it. I'm sure that you probably will if you care at all about baseball history and you want a little step back in time. That's what I'm trying to do with this. With the year is 1954, I think is the name of the series, if I'm saying it right. So anyway, thanks guys. I appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you soon.